The three friends exchanged worried glances but knew better than to argue. Kunle was reckless and stubborn, the kind of man who ran toward danger with open arms just to prove he could survive it. Kunle wasted no time. That evening, as the market quieted and people returned to their homes, he approached Ireti. She was standing outside her small kiosk, counting the day's earnings. Without asking for permission, Kunle leaned casually against a wooden pillar, his voice smooth like honey. "Good evening, fine woman," he began, flashing his signature smile. Ireti's face showed no amusement. She barely looked up, her fingers still flipping through Naira notes. "What do you want?" Kunle feigned surprise. "Ah, is it a crime to greet someone as beautiful as you?" Long time ago, the dusty streets of St. Obi, a small but lively town nestled between rolling hills and a steady river, lively with activity as the afternoon sun beats down mercilessly. Market women yelled over the clanging sound of iron pots, children darted between narrow mud houses, and men sat under the shade of towering palm trees, debating politics and football with exaggerated passion. Life here was simple, predictable, until it wasn't. Kunle, the town's infamous charmer, strolled confidently through the chaos. His crisp white shirt clung to his broad chest, and his neatly ironed trousers swayed with his long strides. Women of all ages paused to glance at him, some with longing, some with disgust. He was tall, with a sharp jawline and a smile that could melt butter. But it wasn't his looks that made him notorious, it was his insatiable hunger for conquest. Kunle wasn't just a lover, he was a hunter, a collector of broken hearts. "Kunle." A voice interrupted his thoughts. It was Wasiu, his closest friend and partner in mischief, waving excitedly from a wooden bench outside Mama Charde's buka. Kunle smirked and adjusted his sunglasses. "Wasiu, wetin day now?" he said, snapping his fingers before sitting beside him. Two other friends, Jide and Tunde, were there as well, laughing and chewing noisily on roasted corn. "You know day tire, Kunle?" Jide teased, his mouth half full. "This one way you don day chase another woman again." Kunle leaned back, a mischievous glint in his eyes. "Life is too short to settle down, my brothers. As long as they have legs, they will fall. It's simple mathematics." Tunde snorted, nearly choking on his corn. "Mathematics ko? You day craze. A beg, who be the new victim?" Kunle pointed slyly with his chin towards the market. There, amidst the chaos, stood Ireti, slender, dark-skinned, and with a presence that demanded attention. Her stern face felt like a mask, her sharp eyes scanning her surroundings like a hawk. She seemed untouchable, like someone who could cut through steel with her gaze. Wasi's playful expression quickly turned to anxiety. "Kunle, haba. You no get sense? That one day different oh. People no day near her for a reason." Kunle raised an eyebrow. "And which reason be that?" "Her papa na witch doctor." "No be ordinary one oh," Wasi whispered urgently, looking around to be sure she hadn't heard. "Dem say the man curse em before him die. Say she no go ever sabi wetin be love." "Kunle, no put yourself for wahala oh." Kunle chuckled, leaning forward. "Which one is which doctor again? You people believe too much nonsense. She's a woman, and like all women, she will fall. The three friends exchanged worried glances but knew better than to argue. Kunle was reckless and stubborn, the kind of man who ran toward danger with open arms just to prove he could survive it. Kunle wasted no time. That evening, as the market quieted and people returned to their homes, he approached Ireti. She was standing outside her small kiosk, counting the day's earnings. Without asking for permission, Kunle leaned casually against a wooden pillar, his voice smooth like honey. "Good evening, fine woman," he began, flashing his signature smile. Ireti's face showed no amusement. She barely looked up, her fingers still flipping through Naira notes. "What do you want?" Kunle feigned surprise. "Ah, is it a crime to greet someone as beautiful as you?" Ireti looked up then, her sharp gaze piercing through him like a knife. "If that's all, you can leave." Kunle was taken aback but didn't waver. He loved a challenge. You do vex easily. My name is Kunle, and I just wanted to get to know you better." "Don't waste your time," she said, turning back to her money. Most men would have walked away then, embarrassed, but not Kunle. For the next week, he kept showing up. Sometimes with freshly plucked flowers, sometimes with sweet words that could melt even the most stubborn heart. Slowly, like the steady drip of water on stone, her resistance began to crack. Against her better judgment, Ireti let him in. Her cold exterior started to melt in Kunle's presence. She had spent her whole life alone, the grim shadow of her father's name chasing away anyone brave enough to approach. But Kunle was relentless, and his charm was intoxicating. For the first time in her life, Ireti smiled. And when she smiled, it was like the sun breaking through storm clouds. Kunle seized the opportunity, pouring sweet nothings into her ear, playing the part of the devoted lover. She fell hard, and when she loved completely. She cooked for him, even learning his favorite dishes. Every time Kunle picked offense like they were fairly used clothes they call Okirika, Ireti will quickly apologize. She swore that nothing and no one will come between her and her Kunle. One day, she caught him on her bed with another girl, and to the surprise of everyone, including Kunle and his cheating friend, Ireti apologized for walking into the room, her room, without permission. She bought him expensive clothes and perfumes from her meager savings. On his birthday, she surprised him with a wristwatch that must have cost her several months' earnings. For Ireti, Kunle was a dream, the proof she needed that her father's curse was a lie. But for Kunle, Ireti was just another game. It began with subtle changes. Kunle would cancel their plans at the last minute or forget to return her calls. He started making excuses, claiming he was busy at work, even though everyone in town knew Kunle didn't have a steady job. Ireti noticed but chose to ignore. She told herself it was normal, that no man was perfect. One evening, as Ireti passed by a local drinking spot on her way home, she heard laughter, Kunle's laughter. Curiosity tugged at her feet, forcing her to pause outside and listen. There he was, drinking with his friends, his voice loud and proud. "Ireti?" "Ah, she was too easy," Kunle exclaimed, taking a swig from his bottle. "I didn't even sweat." Another trophy for the collection. The room erupted in laughter, but Ireti felt like the ground beneath her had crumbled. Her heart shattered, the fragile pieces barely holding on. She waited in the shadows, listening to every word. He talked about her as if she were nothing but a conquest, a meaningless prize to be flaunted. When Kunle and his friends finally stumbled out, drunk and noisy, Ireti was gone. But something inside her had snapped. Ireti didn't cry that night. Instead, she sat on her bed, her fists clenched so tightly that her nails dug into her palms. Her face was expressionless, but her mind was a storm. A dark thought began to grow, spreading slowly like smoke in a sealed room. Her father's prophecy echoed in her mind, "You'll never know love, Ireti. And if you try to find it, it will destroy you." "No," she whispered to herself, her voice trembling. "I will not let him win. Kunle will pay." The next day, she carried on as though nothing had happened. She smiled at Kunle when he visited, served him his favorite meal, and even gifted him a new pair of shoes. But deep down, she was plotting. Her father may have been a witch doctor, but Ireti had never been interested in his craft. Now, she found herself longing for the power he once wielded. In the dead of night, she opened the old wooden chest her father had left behind. Inside were charms, potions, and tattered pieces of paper filled with mysterious markings. Ireti had always thought these tools were meaningless, but now, they seemed alive, whispering to her, calling to her. "Even Jesus cannot help you, Kunle," she heaved a sigh. Her transformation had begun.
Thank you for watching to the very end. Congratulations! You've unlocked your chance to win our prize. To enter, simply leave a comment below. 1. Start with the name of your favorite character from this story. 2. Tell us where you're watching from. 3. And share at least one lesson you've learned from this story. The comment with the most likes and replies by 4 p.m. GMT tomorrow will be our winner. Get commenting, and good luck! I'll see you again on our next story. Until then, stay booky booky.